everybody, it's Serenity Beach Stables here, and we are going to be bringing back tips vlogs. Never mind, this won't extend further. I was trying to extend this a little bit further. We're going to be bringing back the tips vlogs, and the first one I'm going to start out with is live showing. I'm basically going to be redoing, I know I have them already posted here on my page. However, I'm going to be redoing them. I've learned a lot more. I've got a better setup now for doing all of this, so it's going to be a lot better. I apologize in advance if I yawn consistently throughout the video. I'm tired. We had an early morning this morning and went to bed really late, so anyway, I'm gonna go over, this one is gonna be kind of a combo. This is gonna be a longer one, so bear with me. If you need to skip ahead, I will put that in post edit. But this one's gonna be showing and like live showing and inventory prepping, kind of. Basically like supplies needed for inventory slash prepping slash partially live showing. I don't have my full live show kit built anymore. I need to rebuild it. Just the stuff I would take with me to a live show, or model horse live show. Obviously, remember, this is model horses. And then I'm going to walk you through using the Namhsa website. If you are new to all of this is particularly for people that want to get into live showing. We'll pick a show, just any show. I have one that I have in mind that I'm going to go to potentially this year. We'll see. And so I'll use that one to show off like the rules, judging infos, like what the judges like, as far as like giving your horses information, things like that. Talk about the basis of awards. I'll show some of them off to you. We'll talk Classlist. And I'm going to bring up a couple things. This is once we get more into, I guess we'll do tagging. Really don't need to do that in there. What did I just delete? Oh, sorry. I'm using my phone to have it's tracking like what I'm going to say. So, we'll finish off. So we're going to talk about more of the prepping, and I will show you guys that in a second. I have a second camera set up off to the side here that's going to show off all that stuff. And so I'm going to bring up Etsy and Canva to show you what I'm working on currently for my inventory slash show binder. As well as ribbon storage for when you guys get the ribbons and the Nan cards and things like that. And I will tell you in the award section what that is about. So let's begin with the supplies first, and I'm going to show you kind of just what we're going to be using today during this video. And like I said, it's going to be a long one, so bear with me, please. In the background right here, you can see obviously my lovely model horses. They may make an appearance, we'll see. Otherwise, pretty much everything I need is on my computer. Let me make sure I've got the right screens pulled up here. I need to pull up the right screen just to make sure I've got it set up. And that way we are ready. So, without further ado, we'll get into this, and bear with me. I'm using my streaming setup. I do live stream. I'll post the links for all that below. So that's why I've got the full setup. And bear with me because I'm going to have transitions because they're just set up. My transition's set up, and it's just a wave and ocean and sand and stuff. So, just bear with me with it. Headphone warning. It does have noise. It is kind of loud. It's the roaring wave as it goes by. So just letting you know that is there. I gotta put my thing in studio mode, as I call it. We're gonna do, yeah, we'll do this one for now. And then I guess I could switch it to I could turn on my phone and get that connected. I need to change one thing really quickly here. When we do this, we're going to remove my background because that's going to be necessary for this. And I need to pull up. There it is. Okay. All right. Excuse me. All right, like I said, transition. Okay. Hey guys, we're back. Okay. I'm going to show you guys here with my second camera just some of the supplies that you will need, and then we will get into Namhsa, which will get my next part ready here. Oops, I need to make sure I have it pulled up. It would help if I have it pulled up. Okay. All right. So then that'll be ready next. If you see, this is Luna. She might make appearances here and there because her bed is right on there's a table right down over here, and her bed is on it. She likes to come and sniff and give kisses, and so you might see her. So just letting you know, that is Luna. That is my kitten, and she might appear. So, talking supplies, things that you'll need to do this. If you want to follow along with me, if you've got the supplies, you can follow along. Obviously, I recommend always having on hand a pencil and a pen. Just for this, you'll need either or. I prefer using pen for most of what I'm about to do, just because it will be pretty much permanent, I guess. You'll want index cards, which are these guys. So we'll need index cards. We're prepping for both types of shows. I've got some shows coming up, some that are going to take indexes and some that'll take tags, which are these guys right here. Just these little hang tags is what they are. And you could buy these. These are just at Walmart. They're like $2. So you'll need those. I'll get into why I've got envelopes when we get down to ribbon storage. This is very handy, trust me. I'm actually going to set those off to the side right now, just because I really don't need them. You'll always want to have some type of notebook relating to just model horse stuff. And the reason why is because you can use it to organize. Like I prefer, like when I go to model horse shows, to handwrite my class list out, just in case I need to make a change. Some people type them out, which that's perfectly fine too. I handwrite mine. I don't have a copy of that because this is a newer notebook. I was actually working on a Briar wish list for Briarfest next year because I'm going to go next year. And so I was working on my Briar wish list in this notebook, but I couldn't remember some of the names of some of my traditionals. So that's this list right here. So I have 31 traditionals. Well, that's not counting 2 of them, but 31 traditionals. And so that's those right there. And then, last but not least, you are definitely going to want, you're going to want a binder of some sort. This is one of my old binders. It's already partially filled, so I will kind of use that as my basis because I am not complete with what's actually going to go in here. Obviously, highly recommend having some of these page protectors. We'll talk a little bit about documentation when we're talking about the showing stuff, and that's what's over here if you show in collectability, as well as any other thing you might need. I'm trying to think if I've got... I don't have a copy. I don't have... I guess I do have a filled out tag already. We'll get there. So, this is the show binder, and so we will be using this guy as well. So, those are going to be our supplies for the evening. One of the other big supplies, and like I said, you can also use like Google Docs to uh, do the show lists and everything once we talk about that. But I am going to bring up Namhsa, and we're going to talk about that here. Let me transition over to that. I need to make sure that it is on the screen. All right. So, this is Namhsa. This is the North American Model Horse Show Association. Basically, any live show you're going to go to is going to hopefully potentially be Namhsa approved. And Namhsa approved means you have the opportunity to go to nationals, which is NAN. I'm going to do a video. I'll talk a bit more about this at the end of this video. I will be doing a model horse lingo video, just to familiarize if you are new to the model horse community. We will talk about that. So all of these will also be mentioned as well. So, like I said, Namhsa is the North American Model Horse Shows Association. They just held it last week. It's a 3-day show. It's kind of cool. NAN is a 3-day show. But basically, these guys govern all the model horse shows. So it's kind of neat. And so it's really cool. Namhsa's really cool. Cool people over there that help run it. So the cool thing about these is that all the shows are separated by region. So you can join whatever region you're a part of. So I'm going to break it down. You'll be able to see it here on the screen. Region 1 consists of Alaska, Idaho, Montana, Oregon, Washington, and Wyoming. Region 2 is California, Hawaii, Mexico, and Nevada. Region 3 is Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, and Utah. Region 4, which I'm partially in Region 4. I grew up in Region 4, basically. Showed a lot in Region 4. I also showed in Region 3 because I traveled to Colorado. But Region 4 is Iowa, Wisconsin, Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Nebraska. Region 5 is Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, and Louisiana. Region 6 is Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Mississippi, North Carolina, and South Carolina. Region 7 is Kentucky, Ohio, and Tennessee. Region 8 is Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, and Missouri. I live in Missouri now, so I associate more with Region 8. However, there's like never any shows in Missouri, so anyway, Region 9 is Delaware, Maryland, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Virginia, DC, and West Virginia. Region 10 is Connecticut, Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, New York, Rhode Island, and Vermont. And Region 11 is Canada, so they do recognize Canada as well. So like I said, it is broken down. These are just upcoming shows. They will show, obviously, some from previous dates. But if you're looking for a show, see if there's one in your region. Excuse me. To see if there's one in your region. One second here. You just kind of go down and you look under your region and see. Like I said, I'm in Region 8. There are shows in Region 8. They're all in Illinois. But I'm potentially looking into going to a couple that are going to be in Region 5. They're not on this list yet because they're still pending status or acceptance into that. But we're going to use, this is a show I have gone to before. It was a couple years ago. I'm toying with going back. It was fun. I had a blast. However, the drive is like 6.5 hours away. 7, maybe. From my current house. So, yeah. Excuse me. So we're going to click on that because some of them you'll be able to click on. If you can't click on it, I recommend you can reach out to the people. Like their email is posted here, so if you just click that, you just can get their email. You can send them an email. Otherwise, If it's not, I know there is one that is not that I remember seeing. Maybe it was in a previous year. I remember being able to get it. Um, I remember being able to get it by going to Facebook. Um, most of these you can also find on Facebook as well, so that's kind of cool. Um, but yeah, anyway, so we're going to go back to 2024 and we're going to click on Select Charity Live, which, like I said, is a show that I'm looking into going to. Um, actually, let me do this. We're going to open it in a new tab. All right, and we need their fall model show. So, this is the show page for this one. It's in Iowa. We're going to download their show packet because that's going to come in handy. So, to break down the show packet, we did the show website. Breaking down the show packet, we'll go through kind of everything. We're going to start at the back and kind of work our way up. Well, we're kind of bounce around. We're not going to necessarily go in the order that I wanted to go in, but that's okay. So this is what the show packets will look like typically. They'll look something like this. There's a couple shows I know that don't do a actual show packet. You might just have to copy and paste off the website, which that's all right too. But this is, like I said, Select Charity Fall Model Horse Show. It's in October in Waverly, Iowa. It talks about the divisions that it's open to. So there's beginner, which is like your kids. Kids are showing tables, I guess. And then the open is all ages, and then there's mini, which is going to be like your stable mates and micros. It'll break down the fees. $50 gets you everything. All the open classes, mini classes, whatever. If you want to just go to the mini classes, there might be a separate fee just for mini. The kids get a discounted rate, which would include, entry into minis, and then, beginners as well, or kids, if you don't do minis. Awards. Most shows give out, most if not all shows give out awards. Ribbons are typically, and like I said, I will go into this a little bit later when we're doing the ribbon NAND storage. I'll show you guys the differences. But you'll get like ribbons. Sometimes they are actual like material ribbons. Sometimes they're just paper, which I mean I've got like a paper like cardstock ribbon would be something like this. Like that. So it's just, their design and they printed it, cut it themselves, that kind of thing. So that's your paper ribbons. You also get NAN cards, which I will show those to you as well. Some also give out like rosettes and like all these fancy ribbons. I'll show you those as well. Those are for like your overalls, things like that. I'll break that down when we talk about Classlist. They'll also give just kind of a little bit of an update, or like, just kind of talking about it as we move into show rules. Contact info will be on there. Motel accommodations, things like that. Some might also put like local food joints, things like that. We're going to go down into their rules. So it's going to talk about like the different divisions. If you want to enter, some also offer this. So classes are typically limited to at least 2 or 3 models. If you have more, so say you want to show a 4th one, you've got 4 quarter horses and you want to show a 4th one. Some shows, you need to look for this. Some shows do offer a buy-in where you can just set a dollar bill. It's typically $1. You just set a dollar bill next to the model. They'll collect that. they'll talk about, you know, the champion reserves, just a few things. There are 5 rings, at least 4 or 5 rings that will be showing at each time. Um, so you gotta definitely be on your toes. I have missed putting horses on tables, so um, make sure to tag your models as well. We're gonna go into that in a minute. Um, you'll want to. I mean, I guess we'll talk about it. So with this show, they want the hang tags, which are these guys, right? Um, and so they're going to want us to put, each show is different. That on one side they want the horse's name and initial and your initials, and then on the other side you'll do breed and gender. Um, when you put the horse down on the table, um, excuse me, you'll want the most of the time they want the breed and gender up, and the name and initials down, and then they like flip it over. Um, that's typically how it goes. If you have a unusual breed, you can put um, some breed information if you want to. I've used a book before. I've got some breed information in the binder. Some other showing etiquette, and I'm going to just kind of graze through this really quick here. Make sure to place your models on the table. You want to give sufficient space between your model and others. If the table is really full, which when I was at one of these shows, that table was really full, trust me. There's a couple of OF ones that were. Just try to be very careful when you're putting your horse on the table. Sometimes they'll open up and overflow. So you just do that there. But just be very careful because you don't want to damage someone else's horse. While we're on that, respect everybody else's property. I'm just going to use hers to kind of say what I'm going to say because I was going to say all this. And make sure you don't move or touch other people's models without their permission. If somebody says, hey, you know, like you make a friend there and they say, hey, can you grab my horse? You know, this is his name. These are the initials on it. And they give you permission to go for it. They gave you permission. If not, do not touch the horse. You don't want to damage it. So, again, with that, don't be rowdy, rambunctious, or anything around. Take very care, like you don't want to be a bull in a china shop, basically. Take great care when you're walking around the tables. Like, just don't have anything that can knock horses over. I've seen people bump tables, and I've seen horses just jump off. So you gotta be very careful. I've seen horses break at shows. Somehow miraculously, I've seen a few that have not when they should have. You can also talk with the judges. 'Cause obviously judges' opinions are going to be final. So, if you want to, if you're new, I recommend maybe talking to some of the judges if you want to know why your horse didn't place or why it placed the way it did. If you ask them, I'm sure they will tell you. They might have noticed some scratches, which we'll talk about that in my next video. Live show quality, photo show quality, scratches, things like that. When we talk about model horse lingo, I'll be bringing that up. But you can ask their opinions, things like that. Just common courtesy as well. Obviously make sure that you're not partaking in drinks or smoking or anything inside the show facility because you don't know, obviously who will be there. Plus, you don't want to get rowdy and rambunctious. Take care with having firearms. Most shows don't allow them. Make sure to pick up after yourself. Basically, leave the areas clean. Pick everything up, because these people are renting this space. We don't want them to get in trouble and things. And obviously, just ask questions if you need to ask questions. So that's kind of a little bit of the rules. people are responsible for their own property, loss, damage, personal injury, etc. Things like that. So that's kind of the show rules, as well as the judging info. Class list. Oh, this is a sample of what an entry form would look like. So you just print this out, fill it out, mail it, things like that. Some may take PayPal, some may take Venmo. Most are gonna be check or cash. I've paid cash for some of these shows. Most of them I think are checks. But if you don't have checks, you can just email the people that are putting on the show, and I'm sure they'll work with you. We're going to talk briefly about Classlist. This is a sample class list. We're just going to use just this one screen here. This is a sample of a class list. I want to see, whoops. I want to see what it looks like on here. I'm going to zoom in just a click. All right. There we go, so we can see. All right. So it's going to be broke down like this. It's going to have the ring number. Hopefully it should have the ring number, and then that will correspond with in person. So when you're at the show, it'll correspond with that. It's going to be broken down by breed. So it's going to be like light breeds. This is OF Plastic Briar, which is going to be the big guys. Light breeds are like your Arabs, Morgans, Saddlebreds, part Arab, things like that. Like that's going to be those. Stock is obviously going to be your quarter horses, your paints, your appies, Mustangs, those guys, gated, Tennessee Walker, etc. You guys get the gist of it. If you're live showing, you hopefully know something about horses a little bit. Yeah, so, you would just put your horse there. Actually, hold on. Let me switch over to this here. This will help us. So this is from when I went in 2022. I'll zoom in just a little bit here. This is breaking down the classes. So here we go. We can use stock breeds. So what I did was I capped my horses at 2. If I had 2, I think going down, I think I had 3 in some of them, because I think the limit for these shows have always been 3. So we'll go back up to here. We'll just use this area. So you just go through, highlight. I recommend printing it off. That's what I did. Print it off. Go through and highlight the breeds that you have. That you're going to be showing. So I put this one online on my Google Doc and just wrote it out, gated breeds, and then Tennessee Walking Horse, and highlighted it. And then I put my horse. So that's Miami Breeze. She's one of my Tennessee Walkers. Etc., etc. Just so I have a name of the horse. Print it out when you're done doing that. Print it out. I promise you it's going to make your life a heck of a lot easier when you do this. Print it out so you have a copy of it at the show, so you know obviously who goes where. Plus, something that you can do is you can write at the edge of it what their placing was. That's what I do. That's what my friends have done. Is if, say, Kill the Lights. Actually, you know what? Let's just continue to use Miami Breeze. Say Miami Breeze actually places in her thing, which she didn't. But say she gets a second. I would write second/Nan is what it is, because she'd get a Nan card for that. For Nan cards, only the top 2 horses in that specific class get the cards. So first and second only get the cards. 3rd through 6th are typically just ribbons. Some might not even give out past a second place ribbon. They might not give out the 3rd through 6th. Some only give out till 5, etc. But I recommend writing out, so that way you know at the end, which we'll talk about here in a little bit with Nan's or ribbon storage, why you'll want to know all that information. Um, and then once we're talking about ribbon storage, I will, or when we're going through like the ribbons and storage and stuff, I'll also show you some of the stuff that I do just to make sure that the cards don't get lost. And if you sell the horse, you have all the cards, which I screwed up and I forgot to put a card in a horse's folder and sold the horse, and so now I just have a ribbon that's just gonna get thrown away. Um. So anyway, sorry, I thought I heard something. So anyway, kind of continuing on. So that is Classlist. So this is kind of what this one will look like. So you just go through, just highlight, and then type it out, just so that way you can make it bigger, spread it out, put your horse names on there, things like that. And we're going to go on now to what I've been working on, and we're going to be talking about the show binder. So, I guess we'll stay on this. So, the cool thing about the show binder, which again, show binder, and I'll show off the inside of it when we're talking about storage, is you can make custom sheets that go in there. I'm gonna pull out, see if I've got the one that I made for one of the horses that I was just working on. Let me see here. Oh, where's she at? I know it's in here because I just seen it earlier. These are alphabetized, that would help. Here she is. I need to remove these anyway. So, one of the horses that I was working on a project for, so this is Norwegian Jewel. She's one of my custom bluegrass bandits. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because I can show you what I'm working on right now. This is just a simple one that you can make as well. You don't have to do what I've done. This is just like I said, a simple one. Oh, that actually really did cut me earlier. Sorry. Anyway, cut myself when I was at the store. But this is just a simple one. You just have a picture of her, and also talk about. We'll get into that in another vlog. Model horse photography. But I recommend at least having the name on here somewhere. You can put the barn name if you want to go that route. So this is her show name. Her barn name is just Jewel. You'll want at least her breed and her gender. So she's a Tennessee Walker, and then a mare. This is who she was custom by. This is who painted her. And then you can save a spot for placings if you want to write them here. I'm going to show you what I'm doing to where I'll just be able to fill it out on this other sheet, and it's going to be a lot more organized. But that's one that I made like 8 years ago. 9 years ago. No, wait. Yeah, about that. About 9 years ago. Because I got her in 2015. So, yeah, anyway. So I'm going to show you on Etsy, actually, something that I purchased, and then we'll show you on Canva, is the website. It's like a PDF editor, like you can make like flyers, things like that, and I'm going to show you what I'm working on. So I found this shop, and I'm going to 100% support, hype this shop. They're called Simply Sweet Creation. We're going to open them in a new tab here. They're a model horse crew. They make a lot of things. One of the things that they make are these. And these are, and I'll show you what they look like in Canva here, so it'll be a little bit bigger. But these are for the binders. They're show record sheets. You can also do them digitally if you wanted to. If you've got a tablet that does that, you can have it be digital. Otherwise, you can just edit and edit and put it in a binder like I'm going to be doing. So I have this one, which is it's this one here. They have some cute ones with designs. And then the other one that I have is this one. It doesn't have room for a photo, but I'm going to be using both of them actually in the I'm going to be using both of them in the binders, um, just because mostly. One of the other things that they sell, which eventually I'll deal with this, is model horse ID tags, where you can actually fill it out and stuff, use it for shows, things like that. So you would just cut these out and just paste them to the tags. Or you print them out on cardstock, punch a hole in them, and off you go. But anyway, so it's kind of cool. It's a great they're great people. Did some amazing work on these. Let me show you what I'm working on. So again, remember, Norwegian Jewel. This is Norwegian Jewel's page that I'm working on. So I've got her photo in there. This is Canva. Canva is amazing. So you just load that. If you purchase one, like these are just some of the ones that they have. What's this one? Sorry, I'm gonna... Aww. It's to keep track of fulls. That's cute. That one's cute. But they have some cute ones, like I said, with designs and stuff. What is this one? Sorry, now I'm down a... Oh! You know... That one's actually kind of neat. That one's neat. Oh, I need to... Oh, that was model horse inventory. That's not... I need another one. I need one for ribbons again. The inventory is fine and all, but like they do like the placings and stuff. Like at the bottom of them, I think I showed you like show history. They do that. But I want more of just that. And I don't think they sell just that. I think it's just the model horse inventory. Which I think is just, yeah, color, like characteristics and stuff. Anyway, but they sell some cool stuff over there. Anyway, so I'm working on filling this out, to have her information. So this is going to be pivotal in the show binder. And then you, like I said, you can fill out the bottom with placings and stuff. So that's kind of cool, which I'm just going to pencil that stuff in. And so yeah, you can put the name, breed, scale, if you want to put markings, whatever information you want to add on there, go for it. So like I said, Canva is going to be a real big help to building this stuff. You can also use Google Docs. You can use Word, things like that. You can even do it with PowerPoint, however you want to build them. Go for it. Canva, you can also design setups kind of like this. You wouldn't be able to do something like what they did here, but it is a free. You can get their pro, which is whatever. But you can get paid upgrades, but this is free, so it's kind of cool. But yeah, so it's kind of neat. So like I've got Oasis, this is Miami Breeze, the Trickster, and then Roman, whose full name is Costanio Romantica. But yeah, and like I said, I'll talk about photos in my next video, because I don't even remember how I took some of my photos. I think they had flash on. I don't remember. I know it's just going to be a pain when I print these because I'm going to go through ink like crazy, having 31 traditionals and even more stablemates. But anyway, yeah, so that's Canva, and so that's kind of a cool thing. We're gonna go now back to the other screen, and we're going to talk about models or ribbon storage and ribbons and stuff. So let me set that off to the side because I'm not gonna need that anymore after probably tomorrow or the next day. Actually, the next day at work. Anyway, and actually, while we do that really quick, I'm going to show you a couple things. Documentations. We were talking about it earlier. So I have a model that is a Peter Stone, which again I'll also talk about in model horse lingo. But this is some documentation that I have for her. So first off, I have just a little information sheet about her. Sorry that my camera's not going to autofocus probably because it's just a webcam. But this is just a little bit of information I put together about her. It's got like her price, what year she was produced, if she was a limited edition, things like that. So that's kind of cool. And then it's got a picture of her. There we go. It autofocus now, so you can see. And then because I don't show her as anything kind of common, I show her as a Wallara pony, which is this here. Oops. Here we go. So it's a part Arab pony. So I have most people know what she is. When I say Wallara, it's Welsh Arab. But I do recommend having some documentation for your rarer breeds. And then we were talking tags. I've got one for her right here, actually. This was from when I showed in Colorado, so this was how the tags were laid out there. Out there they had a number system, which is that number in the bottom corner, kind of by my thumb there. But you would have the horse's name, the breed, and its gender on there, plus your shower number. Which, like I said, you can see that kind of right there. Like I said, it's not quite focusing right now. You can kind of see it. I need to pull that out anyway, because there's like barely any shows in Colorado. So those are just going to get thrown away anyway. But yeah, so you'd have those. These binders are great to store stuff. So like I've got, this is Kick the Dust Up or my Latigo. I have his certificate of authenticity in there. And then there's also a horse that's got, these books are also great for ribbon storage. Or if you have reserve champion certificates, they can slide in there as well. So yeah, it's kind of neat. I need to remove some of the stuff that's in here because I don't have some of these horses. I mean, I have most of them, but I need to update this tremendously. So that's kind of a gist of that information there. Actually, I suppose we could just keep that there. So we're going to talk about, and now I got to pull out this, which I need to move a couple things that are in it. Whoops. Oh, well, we'll just throw that there. Sorry, I'm going to put that there. That guy goes over there. Alright, so we're going to talk some ribbon stuff. This is kind of fun, and this is where it's going to get really fun. Because I didn't pull out what it is I needed to get ahead of time. Because we're also going to talk different ribbon styles. So I need somebody that has placed a lot. And I know just the horses. Because I'm looking for a specific one that's got a really, really cool I'm looking for some that have really cool ribbons that I know about in here. Pardon this break for a second while I figure this out, because I'm stupid and I didn't have them set up. No. There's one of them. Sorry, getting it pulled out here. Now I'm trying to find one. Last word, it's her. Yeah, it's her. Those are kind of going to be some of my basics ones. His was tipped over. Yeah. So we'll just set those there. And then I need to get out what I got out, I guess, is gonna give a minutiae of it all. I need to find one from one of my horses, actually. That one was a purchased one. Or well, one that got purchased. That needs to get put in something. Okay. Sorry, it's dark and I have this all stored in a bag. Because, again, I'm dumb. You know what, we'll just use this one. Actually, we'll pull out a couple of them because I can show you just how long some of these get. Okay. Alright. So, we're going to talk ribbon storage and ribbons and things. Again, thank you guys for hanging out with me for this. This one's a long one, but it's informative, it's cool, and it'll help you guys out. I promise. I'm changing up my ribbon storage a little bit. I mean, I'm still going to be the same. I use envelopes for my storage. Right there. But they're getting a little worse for wear, so it's time to redo them. And that's what the envelopes are for. And I realized I might need more envelopes, which I'll have to buy later. Anyway, so I'm going to show you guys kind of some of the ribbons that you can get, some of the cool things, what some of the ribbons look like, and then while we're doing that, we're talking storage. So again, I'm just going to continue to use the envelope to store them, but it's going to go inside their little section. So like if this was his, I would just put it inside there. Her ribbons and stuff came out, and we will talk about those in just a second. So I recommend doing that. One of the things that I did on there, which is going to change a little bit. I have two different styles here, and I'll show them to you per the different horses, because one's been around longer than the other. Is, if you guys can see all my chicken scratches on the side, the top one is Like Lightning. She's one of my newer stablemates, like past 6 years. Let's see, she was like 2016 or 2018 model. I can't remember. She's more recent than this one, who's been around since like 2014, or 2015. So you see the difference in their stuff. Like one of them's got more chicken scratch writing, the other one is more laid out. I was working on getting that more laid out version, but I never got a chance to finish. So some of the cool things about the ribbons themselves, and I'm just going to pull out Roses, is that they're all different. You'll get actual ribbon. So like this is actual ribbon. And oh yeah, like I was saying, and I'll show this better on the printed ones. This was one of her reserve champion ribbons. Write the name on the back and what year it happened in. Trust me, for records, it'll help you. You can also write what she placed in as well. So like that one was color, so that would be like a collectability. And then this one was breed. So I just recommend at least writing that info down. So some people, like I said, do ribbon, which is those bottom ones. Some people do paper ribbon, like these. Some people do like more of a business card style, like this one is. And like I said, write it on the back, write the year if needed. Some people do kind of a printed business card as well, like this one. Again, I didn't write the year because it's already on there, but I wrote the class that she placed in. Like I said, it will help you out in the long run. Some people have like really big ribbons. Some do really cool ones, like they're cut out or something. But yeah, it's fun. There's, like I said, she has placed a lot. And then we've talked about these. These are NAN cards. These are what these are. So these are your ticket into nationals. And this shows you the years. It'll show you when the show was, like some of the show information. And then it'll show you the years that the horse is qualified for. So since this show was in 2022, this one's good from 2023 to 2026. So I've got a couple years if I want to use this ticket. Most of these are expired, I think. Or I might still be able to use them. I don't know. I haven't looked because COVID guidelines. So the difference in colors. So you can see there's two different colors here. There's the green ones, which are going to be your breed. These are your breed placings. So if you get a green one, it's a breed placing. So you'd only be able to enter it in that respected like class, breed class. So like she's always in part Arab, because she's a Pentelusa Arabian. This is collectability is the yellow. So that's gonna be your color classes, like if you show them in color classes, so the classes are based on the horse's patterns or coloring. Specific runs, for some of them it might be like if they're like a unicorn or something. Sometimes that's collectability, things like that. I'm going to show you also, so that's kind of the gist of the NAN cards. There's a little bit of information about that on Namhsa's website that you can research. I'm going to show you kind of the difference in the champion and reserve champion rosettes and stuff. So this is one of them that Rose got. So that's Rose's. This one's really cool. This is, like I said, like lightning. She placed at one of her shows, and they did like etched glass. This one was kind of neat, or like printed glass. So this one was really cool. So she has like this little plaque. It's like a resiny glass plaque. It's kind of cool. So that's something that can appear. The other thing would be certificates, which I showed you one of those in the binder Or you can actually get, and sorry that they're wrinkled, I need to take care of them. And I've got more than this too, but you can also get actual rosettes, like you would a real model horse show. This one is actually for Rose. I don't remember what show this was for, but this was for Rose. And so yeah, you can get, sometimes it'll just be generic and they'll say champion. Sometimes they'll have some of the show information on it, like the name of the show. It might have information up here as well. This was for one of my stable mates. This one came with a horse. This came with one of my resins. It'll have the year, reserve grand champion, the show, just really cool rosette. And then you can do whatever you want to with these. I keep a hold of them in case I sell the horse. It's just kind of a nice thing to keep a hold of. So that is kind of the gist of ribbon storage. And like I said, I need to get this put in a spot because that's getting really wrinkled. Oh, some other ribbons that might appear. I forgot. Sometimes people do neck ribbons, which are kind of cool. This was a custom neck ribbon from a show. So sometimes people do those as well. So I forgot to throw that in there as well. So yeah, guys, that is kind of the gist. Let me make sure I covered pretty much everything, which I think I did. So I'm going to talk briefly about the next video. So my next video, which I may or may not film next, we will see. I may film it tomorrow, just to kind of space these videos out a little bit. But it is going to be about model horse lingo. So we'll be talking about the model horse lingo, which is like LSQ, PSQ, OOAK. We'll talk about some of the brands that you'll find out there, things like that. What resins are, Chinas, things like that. We'll break down. We'll go even a little bit into like Briarfest lingo, like SR, CH, things like that. So we'll break those down and we'll talk about those. So that is going to be my next vlog. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight, and doing this. We're going to be, I'm going to be trying to finish up my, show binder eventually, and we're going to be doing that, and getting that all ready for the next time I go to a show. So, yeah, that's why I went to the store today to pick up a couple things, because Briarfest ended, and I'm starting my prep early for that. So, I'm not waiting until the last minute to decide if I'm actually going or not. We are going. Briarfest is a go. We're doing it next year. I've already been in talks with one of my friends who's going, so that's going to be fun. So I've got a close friend of mine that's going to be going as well, and so I was getting stuff for that, which once I start building that fully, I'll talk you guys through some of the things that'll go in that binder, because that will also be a binder, and we'll break that down as well as some of the other Briarfest stuff as we go. So yeah, and I'll be probably trying to bring Briar news as it comes in with Briarfest, and we'll talk about it. So that'll be fun. So yeah, guys. But anyway, thanks again so much for tuning into this video. I'm going to be, I'm going to mark the spots. So like I said, you can skip back to the parts that you need to skip back to. And we'll get those all broken down for you. Thanks again. If you guys have any questions about anything we covered in this video, drop a comment below. DM me. I'm Serenity Beach Stables. It all kind of runs together when you say it fast. On Instagram, feel free to drop me a DM. Follow me. Things like that. Subscribe here. Follow me on Instagram. Those are my two places where you can really find me. And I'll drop my Twitch link just in case you guys want to chill and watch me play The Sims or Fortnite some nights. I rarely stream over there. I stream every now and then, but I rarely stream over there. So also sorry if I sound a little stuffy, nasally. It's been really hot here in Missouri and humid, and allergies have been out the whack lately, and I've been dealing with some bad allergies, and I'm getting over what we think is a sinus infection, what we hope is a sinus infection. So I've been a little runny stuffy lately. So yeah, so apologize for that as well. Apologize for all the yawning. I'm tired. I still got to shower. I need to shower because, long day. But anyway, so yeah, guys. So thanks again for tuning in, and I will catch you guys later. Like I said, any questions, drop them below. We will film more videos later. This is just tip vlog number 1. But thanks again, guys, for hanging out with us tonight, and I will talk to you guys soon. Have a great one.